they say they bringing back segregation, I ain't too mad at it because I got a couple lines I've been waiting to get off. Now I reckon you skim milk scallywags, quinoa conquistadors, pigment poaching napkin ninjas ain't for round here, is you? I'm gonna give you an opportunity to scram. Gon' beat it. Or your ass will get switched. I got a Gen 5 with a button. Now look, I'm hungry. I just want a little piece of pie. I done came all this way, got up off my couch. Now how much would it cost to turn one of them whites only pies into a nigga pie? Sour cream salamander, please. Did anybody tell you this is an all black party, huh? Somebody get this mayonnaise monster away from me. Bettina Sugar, Mark is a white man, but Mark is cool. We rocking with Mark, cause Mark is rocking with us, you got it? Now, you can't treat him like any of the other crackers around here because he ain't like any of the other crackers around here, you got that? You want us to treat him like black folks? No, that's not what I said.
So what's your take?
Bring back segregation.
100% disagree.
Dead ass. Bring it back. I want to know where I'm not welcome, okay? Put them signs back up. Colors only, whites only. Let's do it, all right? Rip the Band-Aid off. Especially for a restaurant. Are you kidding me? Whites only? What do I want to do in there? What they got? Mashed potatoes? Mayonnaise? Hot dogs? Colors only? We got seasoning. Turmeric. Paprika.
Okay, I like this.
Okay.
You're saying that the black excellence.
Absolutely.
The segregation is to get the
colored excellence.
Okay.
Okay. What's the playlist in the whites only spot? They playing Carrie Underwood and Kid Rock. We playing Babyface and Diggable Planets. Ain't no overhead lighting. What are you talking about?
Wait, where am I going?
Colors.
Hell yeah.
Look at his hair. Talk about what?
So what's your take?
You should only use a spoon with a bowl and a fork with a plate.
100% disagree.
There is no need to cross over.
I'm in America. I'll use whatever the fuck I want to eat.
Oh, you're going to eat an ice cream out of a plate and use a fork?
If I want to.
That's so weird.
I ain't going backwards. They're going to literally have to remove me from black-owned stores, black-owned restaurants, and black neighborhoods. So the problem is that us white people, we have been lied to so much, being told that we're superior. We ain't shit. We wouldn't be shit if our forefathers didn't lie, cheat, and steal and change history. Come on, I ain't going backwards. I see the value. I know the value of black people in my life. I know that I wouldn't be who I am without the black people that I've had in my life, a part of my journey. No. And if you're white and you don't like what I got to say, you can have the life you deserve, because I don't give a rat's ass.
Trump just rolled back protections that ban segregated facilities for federal contractors, and the internet's acting shocked. But me, I'm not surprised, clearly. This is what desperate power looks like. This isn't about restoring order or merit-based hires. This is a tantrum from an almost 80-year-old man. White supremacy is in its flop era, and it's grasping at any old trick it can find. Segregation? Really? I feel like that's how we know they're scared. Because let's be real, black folks, we are unbothered. You can't shake people that have been surviving state-sanctioned violence since the dawn of time. We've had underfunded schools, medical negligence, and cultural erasure since day one. We don't panic when the system turns on us. We expect it. We don't fold, we multiply. We turn every block into a blueprint, every struggle into a strategy, and every threat into a legacy. As I said in my pinned video, a world without black and brown people is coming. Not because we're disappearing, because we're divesting. From their politics, from their corporations, their watered down narratives, their respectability games, we want no parts. We've seen what happens when we show up and we make America run, but this time we're choosing to build our own instead. And that's what scares them. Not the loss of power, but the loss of relevance. Because without our culture, our labor, our innovation, our souls, what is America really? Let them scramble. Let them cling to segregation like it's going to save them. We've already moved on. And when that world without us fully arrives, they're going to finally understand what unbothered really looks like.
Nobody is coming to save us. And I don't think I can say that enough, because I keep on seeing it in my comments and I keep on seeing other videos like, why can't Sweden come save us? One, America has greatly overestimated how much the rest of the world...
Newsflash, it's 2025. The back of the bus is the coolest spot. Huh? You gonna be real surprised when you drive by Popeyes and you realize that shit say colors only. Yeah, no more chicken. Y'all cut off. See, a couple of years ago, I made a post and I said we need to get them the recipe to the chicken so they stop goddamn coming to the spots trying to act like they don't know what's going on inside of them. But I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad y'all said, nah, We already stretched it thin with the Asian market. We gonna just keep it how it is with the whites. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Are we doing that on TikTok? That's the only thing I need to know. We are the culture. So if y'all want to take y'all belongings to the other side of the map, cool. I'm all right with that. Designer stores ain't in our neighborhoods. Guess what? Oh, bye-bye, Dior. So long, Louis Vuitton. I'm all right. Yeah, see, what y'all don't understand is that we really control the market, even though y'all try to act like we don't. I'm not worried about the situation. Honestly, I never ever in my life woke up one day and said, oh my God, I want to go to a restaurant where a white person is cooking. Never ever said that. I never even dreamed about nothing like that. Never in my life woke up out of my sleep and said, you know what? I think I got a taste for potato salad with apples and goddamn raisins. Never did I ever. But let's just see how this fare, okay? Maybe it'll work out for the best for y'all. But as of now, anybody born after the 1980s, we don't give a damn what y'all do, huh? We set the trends, and whatever we doing popping. Hello?
People really don't give if they can't be around white people, right? Like, you think that black people give a flying that you're not gonna let them into your racist ass place? Because I promise you they don't. What's really gonna suck is not being able to go into black spaces like that. That's gonna suck for white people who enjoy things that are cool and fun. That part's really gonna suck. But like, we deserve to be kicked out.
How do you feel about the segregation myth?
I would rather shit in my hands and clap as hard as I can. Segregation? No.
You know what I think is a little bit funny is people who look like me, they understand the concept of malicious compliance as it relates to things that they can wrap their head around, right? Like a Christian wanting to put a Bible in a classroom, they can very easily be like, oh, well, if we're bringing religion into schools, then I'm going to bring my satanic Bible in, or I'm going to bring my Torah in, because if we're including Christianity, we have to include all religion, right? They understand that form of malicious compliance, but they have a harder time wrapping their brain around malicious compliance as it relates to like racial segregation, because I've seen a lot of black people that I follow being like, either jokingly or non-jokingly, like, yeah, segregation's coming back, baby. I can't wait until I have like a black only school where my children won't experience racism and I can open up my own black only bar and no one will feel creeped out or experience like microaggressions while they're just trying to have fun. And then I hope well-meaning white people in the comments will be like, but segregation's bad, guys. Segregation's bad. And it's like, yeah, we all agree that, but if it's going to happen, then the form of malicious compliance is to do the thing that racists don't want you to do, which is own your shit, right? Segregation has never been about racist people just wanting black people and other non-white people away from them. Segregation has always been about saying white people have everything and you have nothing. That's why you have things like the Tulsa City Massacre, okay? Things like that don't happen if the only thing segregation is trying to accomplish is putting black people somewhere else. That's never been what segregation is about. Segregation is about saying, we have access to everything, you have access to nothing. And if you create your own things, we will take it from you. And so it's funny, the joke is that racist white people demanding a return for segregation would immediately lose their minds when there was a space that they were not allowed into. That's the joke.
How do you feel about the segregation myth?
I would rather shit in my hands and clap as hard as I can. Segregation? No.
You know what I think is a little bit funny is people who look like me, they understand the concept of malicious compliance as it relates to things that they can wrap their head around, right? Like a Christian wanting to put a Bible in a classroom, they can very easily be like, oh, well, if we're bringing religion into schools, then I'm going to bring my satanic Bible in, or I'm going to bring my Torah in, because if we're including Christianity, we have to include all religion, right? They understand that form of malicious compliance, but they have a harder time wrapping their brain around malicious compliance as it relates to like racial segregation, because I've seen a lot of black people that I follow being like, either jokingly or non-jokingly, like, yeah, segregation's coming back, baby. I can't wait until I have like a black only school where my children won't experience racism and I can open up my own black only bar and no one will feel creeped out or experience like microaggressions while they're just trying to have fun. And then I hope well-meaning white people in the comments will be like, but segregation's bad, guys. segregation's bad. And it's like, yeah, we all agree that, but if it's going to happen, then the form of malicious compliance is to do the thing that racists don't want you to do, which is own your shit, right? Segregation has never been about racist people just wanting black people and other non-white people away from them. Segregation has always been about saying white people have everything and you have nothing. That's why you have things like the Tulsa City Massacre, okay? Things like that don't happen if the only thing segregation is trying to accomplish is putting black people somewhere else. That's never been what segregation is about. Segregation is about saying, we have access to everything, you have access to nothing. And if you create your own things, we will take it from you. And so it's funny, the joke is that racist white people demanding a return for segregation would immediately lose their minds.
The ban on segregated facilities in federal contracts has been banned, and guess what? Black people don't care. Wait a minute. Black people do not care. I love my people. Y'all know me. Y'all know I be reading comments. And so a lot of people have posted on this. And look, my throat is not even, my throat is acting up because I've been laughing so hard. Black people been in these comments talking about, and next, look, you got two type of black people in this situation. You got the black folks who like, good, we ain't want to be with y'all no way. And then the other type of black people you have is, all right, well, go ahead and segregate something. Go ahead and tell me I can't drink from a water fountain. Go ahead and tell me I can't come to your restaurant. And then when I step up in there, what you gonna do? I want to see you do something, right? So all of this is hilarious because this is straight craziness. This is straight foolishness that's going on in these United States of America, and black people do not care. Now, let me rephrase that. It's not that we don't care. It's just that this ain't nothing new to us. We knew y'all didn't like us. We already knew where we stood in these United States of America. And so this stuff is hilarious. Y'all trying to get a rise out of us. It ain't gonna happen because we good and we sitting back laughing. And guess what? I'm here for it.
They need to bring back segregation. Like, I wouldn't mind being able to go to the grocery store without them. I wouldn't mind being able to play my favorite game without them. I wouldn't mind having my own designated water fountain. Like, not everybody was trying to get into a party of people that don't want us around. We would rather be with our own folks.
Again, welcome back to the Likurupu. Now, white American are angry to see that black American are not scared of anything, intimidation or anything from the whites. They're not scared of segregation, not scared of Jim Crow. You know, Jim Crow and all those kind of left people have been living in America as white people, as black people. You know, being black has taken them life, they have a story behind being black. There is a story behind being a black person. And honestly, if you sit and watch carefully, you will find that black Americans have achieved, have endured, have become who they are because of their effort. Nobody has even thought of how much they have been suffering. For many years, for decades, black Americans have been through a lot in America. No space for them. They can't live in some neighborhood. They can't live in some space because they always feel like black Americans must be low, must be scared. Or, I heard somebody talking about that they should bring back slavery in America to the black people. And they should go and work in the farms. And I'm like, wait, because why do you want to take a black person to work in your farms? Mind you, you are the one who are voting for Trump. So they feel like when they scare away, they bring out the story about bringing the slavery back. They feel like they will be stepping on to the black Americans and to make them feel demeaned, to make them feel used, to make them feel scared about living in America. So they have no option but to go and work in the farms. But no, this time we are standing strong to defend our rights. We know what we are. We know that you are nothing without us. So stop making us feel like everything behind our life is upon you, because you are the one who are voting red, and you are voting red so that Trump would get in power and deport Every immigrant in America. Now, mind you, almost 40% of your workers are always immigrants. So if you are voting yes for deportation, then you are losing as a family. I mean, as a group of people, because you are the one who are voting red. So you are out here they are asking that you should enslave again Black Americans to work in your farms. I had Trump thinking that they came in America and they took black jobs. What black jobs? Working the farms, picking crops, building on the building sites. I mean, everything that you give out to the black people is just a small thing that any of you can do that, because you have been taught. You have been taught to be more like to be like the boss. All right, I mean, to own a company, to own a business, to own something, to own beautiful, to drive beautiful cars, to own every good thing. But for how long will you be feeling so proud of yourself? You're just so full of being white that you forget that thing called humanity in yourself. You forget things that as a human being. And I've noticed that black people will always that black people will always be there for you. Will fight for you. Go out there, fight, protest, ask for your own rights. But then, after all, you come back and call us names. All right? So you come here and talk about slavery and on how much we should, because we feel like we are so strong enough to go and work in your farms because you're lacking labor. But this time, nobody is out there trying to scare us anymore. Now we know what we deserve. Now we know what we are, because we have always stepped on us. But this time, we are starting to realize one thing, that without a black person, there's no America. Everything you have is the culture, everything you wear, you have to copy from us. You're copying from us, but you don't want to do anything to do with us. You can't find a black person working in a place that you treat them peacefully. You want to feel so superior than anybody else. So we end up stepping on us. You end up making us feeling like we don't belong here. You end up making us feel like we can't live in some homestead because it's a white thing. We can't afford them. So white Americans are out here trying to scare us about bringing back slavery in America. But we know one thing, that you can never talk about slavery, because that was the darkest chapter in life that anybody could endure. But we endured, not because we are so strong, but we had no option. So our cries and everything has made us strong today. So don't come out here talking about slavery and do you know how much that thing makes somebody feel? Tell me in the comments. Do you feel like they will be able to bring back slavery in America in this era? Do you feel like they will be able to create that thing, that slavery story, for us to work in the farms again? All right? Peace out.